All right, hello, I'm Paul, and this is actually the first one of these I've ever done. I'm going to do a little review here of Transformers Generations Jetfire. I actually just arrived in the mail today. So I think I'm just going to go through the figure just a little bit, my thoughts on him, and kind of give you guys an idea of what I think. So this is my first time doing it, so please forgive the jankiness of this video or any kind of like weird things in it. I know the quality isn't fantastic. But let's just get into the figure. So Jetfire is a leader class, which is, it's pretty big. It's actually a really big figure. This is him in his jet mode. Right now I have most of the chrome accent pieces attached to it. This is what he looks like. And this jet mode is absolutely fantastic. It is one of the best jet modes I've ever seen. And the jet mode alone kind of is worth it. Like whatever flaws this figure might have, I think the jet mode and just the overall look of this thing makes up for any of the articulation flaws or anything else it has here. And actually, I'm going to take off this last thruster here and just show you what it looks like. I'm banging stuff around here. And this is what he looks like without all the stuff on it. And I think this looks just awesome. It's just so cool looking. Like, it is just fantastic. The 10-year-old version of myself would like lose his shit if he got it. This is super, super cool. Like I said, one of the best jet modes I've ever seen in a Transformer. It's just really cool. And as you guys probably have seen, probably from images, you could probably guess from just looking at him, but as his transformation, he's pretty much just tucked up inside of him. Like, we knew this when you first saw the images, that he was just going to be like a jet with like robot bits tucked underneath. And the real question was going to be how much and how ugly that tucking was. And I have to say, it's actually done really, really well. Like, obviously, here's a bunch of the robot kibble and parts of him, but it's in there really well. It's not like a jet with a bunch of robots just like attached underneath the jet. It works well integrated underneath the jet. And I think that really helps make the figure. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to transform him off camera because so you guys don't have to watch me do it. And then I'll come back and we'll talk about his robot mode. So let me pause this. All right, I'm back here, and I got Jetfire in his robot mode, and this guy is really cool looking, and he is a leader class, so he's really big. He's really, really tall. I'm gonna just spin him around here a little bit. His backpack actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There you can see it kind of to the side. He was going to have a backpack anyway. If you had any idea how Transformers work, you knew that was what was going to happen. But it's not that bad. It's actually pretty reasonable. I don't have any of the extra guns or red pieces put onto him right now. This is what they look like. They're not my favorite. They are made of this like really shiny plastic, and actually you can tell like mine has a bit of it here. I don't know if you can tell, but like where the paint is chipped off. So like over time, this is just going to kind of flake off. So that's how mine came, with a couple places kind of missing. Hopefully you have better luck. It's not terrible. And I don't think they look really bad. I'll put some of them on right now. But I don't think that makes or breaks the figure. But you have the option. They come off really easily, and they go on really easily. So it's kind of whatever. It's whatever you think looks best for you. So do that. In this mode, he does look really, really cool. I like this mode a lot. I think I'm just probably more in love with the jet mode than anything else. It doesn't mean that this is bad. I think I'm just a huge fan of the jet mode at this point. And I've had him for all of, I don't know, like 3 hours. So that might change. I might end up liking this part more. But this is what this looks like. I'm actually going to attach the rear thrusters here. Just to show you what it looks like with all of his nonsense attached to him. So let me see if I can get this on here while I like try not to hit the camera. So here you go. And that's him with the backpack. He also has another gun, which has a missile that fires. That actually shoots really far. You can hear it at the table there. So that's him. I'll show you some of his articulation. His articulation is probably, if I had to put, is one of the cons of it. It's not fantastic. He's got like knee joints, and it's on a ratchet, which is on my figure is pretty tight. He's got a ratcheted leg, which you can hear click, and that's pretty tight. He doesn't have anything in the waist. He's got shoulders out this way. Oh, and that came undone because I didn't peg that in pretty well. And then he's got at his elbows, he's got ratchets here, and they're really tight on mine. So all of he's basically made of ratchets, and they're all really, really tight on my figure, which is fine. I don't mind. That's fantastic. This way he's not going to come get all loosey-goosey on me, and then I have to like try to make repairs on my own. So let me try to peg this part in because I didn't do such a great job of it. Whatever. So yeah, this is him in robot mode. Oh, he comes with a removable like faceplate visor thing. I'll take that off now. And then you have like the face underneath where he has just like a normal robot face. It looks really cool. It has light piping in there. It's blue. It comes through all right, but I like the faceplate better. It just looks way cool. Super anime looking. Yeah, this is a Jetfire. He's really cool. Cons of this thing, I would say, I think the gun pieces are a little much. They could be a little gaudy and aren't going to be for anybody's taste, for everybody's taste. Sorry about that. And his articulation isn't fantastic, so you're not going to get him into all sorts of super cool poses. Those are his takeaways. Also, there's a weird disconnect because he's a bigger figure. You look at him and get kind of a Masterpiece feel, but he's not a Masterpiece. Like, he's not advertised as one. He's not supposed to be one. But you can't look at him and not think that a little bit. And because he's not a Masterpiece, like, he's kind of light. Like, there isn't a ton of heft to him, like the way you would expect in a Masterpiece. There isn't any die cast on him, of course. And also, I think it comes through a little bit more in the robot mode, is the white on him looks more plasticky than a plastic on a Masterpiece. And it's not a huge thing, but and for whatever reason, I feel like it comes across more so plasticky in robot mode than it does jet mode. I can't put my finger on why I feel that way, but for whatever reason, it feels more plasticky in robot mode. The pros is I love the color. The white and red really, really pop. Even just without these pieces here, the white and red really looks really good. His transformation is actually, I didn't show it here because I didn't want to have you watch me fiddle with this thing forever. But his transformation is pretty simple, and it's got some interesting bits to it if you like that. I kind of like that stuff. The engineering's pretty cool, and he tucks up there really nice. He gets in there pretty easy without not a ton of fuss. He comes with the cool accessories, the faceplate, the guns if you do like them, and the jet mode. Man, the jet mode is really, really cool. And plus, it's Jetfire. We haven't had a figure like this since like the classics, and it's cool to finally have him. Actually, let me, just for size comparison, I'm going to bring in the Masterpiece MP1 to stand next to him so you guys can kind of see what they're like. And MP1 is taller than let me straighten him out, than Jetfire as he should be, but with the backpack they look like kind of similar sizes, so there you guys can kind of see. So, like I said, he's not a Masterpiece, but like you look at him and kind of get a Masterpiece feel. So if you have like a shelf with a bunch of Masterpieces, if you put him in there, he will not look out of place. One other really cool thing, well, it's cool and kind of a little bit insane, is you can actually combine all of the guns together to make this really ridiculous Uber gun that I'm going to like just peg together really quickly. And on its own, it just looks kind of just bonkers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let me put this together. And here you have this weird spaceship-looking gun with 5 barrels that you can like point into. Because why not? Why not give him some sort of like crazy mega gun? So there's that. You could do that and make him look like some sort of insane killer. So one other thing, I don't know if this is a new thing, and it probably isn't, and maybe I'm just missing something, but something cool that I noticed is these are instructions, and they're in color. I don't know if I've seen that before, that the instructions are in color, and that's kind of cool. I like that. So, yeah, final verdict. if you are a collector, I think he's definitely a must. He's just super cool. Try not to pass him up. If you are somebody that likes to get your guys into poses, I would maybe steer clear of him, or definitely weigh how important that is to you. But if you're just going to use him as a display piece, I actually think he's probably one of the better display pieces, because a lot of times the robot mode on a Transformer just shines so much better than its vehicle mode. But I think in this one they're either equal, or the vehicle mode is slightly greater than. So I think it's a huge plus. So if I had to give like an arbitrary out of 10 score, I would give it, I don't know, let's call it a 8 to 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, that's my first little review of Jetfire. Maybe I'll do more of them, and maybe I'll try to make them better and not suck. But till next time, I'm Paul. Later, guys.